forget to take out your trash cans.
Thanks, Alyssa. All right, let's see here. Let's get some figure drawing in. I put out the ping in my Discord server. Here. Doing some off-camera fiddling right now. I think it's literally just me looking right now. I love this pose. This is such a good pose. The gesture in this is like really obvious too. I'll hold on to this pose. All right. Sort of figuring out how my stream setup is right now. So my drawing efficiency is going to be kind of nerfed. But nerfed drawing is better than no drawing. You get my drift. Keeping things really simple and gestural for that pose. I don't like that face. Oh, dang. We went up to 7 viewers, now we're down to 3 again. Well, we'll see how I grow my Twitch audience. I'm gonna try to relentlessly doing this until something works. It's just day 1. There we go. Let's see if I can get the silhouette of this in here. If you're just joining, feel free to say hi in chat, grab something to draw with, and just draw along. We're getting some figure drawing miles, a little bit of gesture, a little bit of anatomy, a little bit of pose study. I'm going for pure gesture right now. I'm gesturing a little bit of silhouette right now on these 2 dancers. trying to find like the overall kind of energy, underlying energy of what they're doing here. Let's try using this pen. So similar to the kind of studies I would do with Sharpie in figure drawing class in college, where you don't really care about making a good or bad drawing, you really just try to feel things out. Still getting warmed up, still getting the feel for this. That drawing was a little blah, in my opinion, but still tried. 2 figures in that span of time is pretty tricky, especially when it getting warmed up. With this guy, I'll try doing kind of a gesture puppet stick man and keep things a little simpler. The last one got a little tangled and messy, so I'm going to try to reel it back into something a little bit easier to track. Sometimes you want to go messy to like find the energy of something. And sometimes you want to reel back and get simple. Now that I've gotten this far with him, maybe I'll do like a localized anatomy study up over here for like the arm area. Let's try that. Like this. Yeah, feel free to say something in chat, because I'm curious about who all is watching right now. Just concentrate on this arm and the time I have left. Do like a little localized anatomy study of it. Some of the muscle insertions a little bit. Try to remember the muscle groups that I need to rememorize that I'm out of practice of memorizing. But that's what I'm going to be doing these sessions. I'm going to be breaking out the anatomy book some nights. Study stuff in here. We will try to keep things from getting stale for these sessions. Do like some, it's a very plain pose, but we can do something with it. I don't know. I don't like how, well, yeah, fine. We'll do it. I'll probably leave the arms off for this guy, but and I'll just worry about basic structure. It's blocking in a really basic pose here. Hello, Gordo. Can you believe it? I got my first sub like earlier when I was doing a test stream. Somebody threw me a sub. It will be great to get subs over time doing this, but I'm not really doing this for the subs. At least not for now. The main reason I'm doing this is to hold me accountable, to go live every night, to get some figure drawing mileage in. I'm a lazy ass about getting figure drawing mileage in, and I need it desperately. So that's what I'm going to do here. And you guys can join me for this stuff. I will be mixing it up also with anatomy studies, fundamentals practice of like, perspective and like drawing simple objects, simple and complex objects, anatomy. There's different like drawing books I'm going to check out. If I eventually get like a camera set up, then if I ever get like a good camera setup, I'm gonna do like traditional sketchbook drawing too, like for the overhead camera over my sketchbook. That'll be for long term. Because I actually most of how the way I've been drawing lately has been in traditional sketchbook, which is honestly very liberating after having drawn digital, like almost completely digital for so long. I see, yeah. That's good to know. Hopefully I get like a steady audience going in here for these sessions. I don't think it's unreasonable to like have like 1 hour, at least 1 hour a night doing this kind of time figure post stuff. And if I want to do other stuff or focus on other things for that night, that can happen too. But like this kind of figure drawing stuff is like so essential that you do kind of have to do it every day a little bit. So we peaked at 9 viewers so far. Now we're at 8. I don't know if that's counting me in there too, but I'd be interested in seeing what milestones we hit, if any, in this coming week. The key to getting the audience on Twitch is consistency. So I picked that I'm just going to stream every night, 5:30 p.m., 1 to 2 hours. And we're going to do something consistent. We're going to do figure drawing for 1 to 2 hours. Something productive. And also another rule I've made for myself is if it starts to feel like it's being counterproductive for me to be on camera drawing, I will turn off my thing, because I also want to advance in studying. If it like me getting too self-conscious about when I'm drawing is getting in the way of that, then I will make the reference that we have on the screen, the star of the show, turn myself off. But since this is the first starter stream, I'm not too worried about doing that right now. My proportions are kind of like all over the place, right? so it gets kind of flattened a bit. I'll figure shit out as I do this. I'm doing a little kind of gestural bean body and sort of mannequin right now. Kind of orient myself a bit. I don't know, I don't like how parallel that guy is to the camera. Okay, this is fun. I'm gonna try to like loosen up on this one. Why does she like? She reminds me of like bent paper clips for some reason. Like, I'm picturing like bent over paper clips somehow. That's sort of what fed into the gesture that I'm doing to her. When I do these sorts of exercises, I'm constantly having to resize my drawing because I draw too big initially. Do you have issues like that? That's not uncommon. Some of that is like you get, as you practice more, you get a better sense of how to start stuff. But like anytime you make something too big, you can try to reduce it a bit. That's really, it's not uncommon at all to like draw way too big when you're really cutting loose with gesture. Because gesture, like, when you're trying to really express yourself with gesture, you tend to make stuff larger. Because you're really kind of sweeping the line around and stuff. Around the page to express the thing. So inherently, like, the larger something is, the easier it is usually to handle the gesture. That's also why, like, a lot of times, like, figure artists will sometimes exaggerate the size of hands or feet to in otherwise pretty normal looking drawings to make it easier to make the hands and feet to handle the gesture on and make them read. Yeah, it won't all be drawing in here. I think, well, we will do like very I'm gonna try to like set things up so we get like very consistent. 5:30, you're gonna get at least 1 hour of figure drawing every night. And then from there, we might do other things. Like I've been doing a lot of like cube drawing, freehand perspective type studies and stuff lately. One of my favorites is the cube chain, where you draw one cube, you draw another cube that's a little smaller, draw another cube that's a little smaller. You keep rotating them also, trying to put them at different angles. And they don't have to be perfect, they just have to kind of be in the ballpark of it. Like this one's a bad cube. You can fix them, nothing's keeping you from fixing them. That's a bad cube. Oh wow, that is really how did I fuck that cube up that much? Jeez. It goes to show, like, ha! I've been drawing so much cubes lately. I can draw a cube like above my head, and I make a fucking I could make a fucking warpazoid, trapezoid looking fucking thing. Oh yeah, hello Dinderman. I have 1 subscriber so far from earlier in the test stream. Anyone who would like to sub to me, I would like to eat those delicious subs. But yeah, the subs are a bonus. The real reason I'm doing this, like I said, is to hold myself accountable. And I feel like the subs are going to just happen as a matter of course as I do this stuff and like people come in and people have spare Prime subs. Or they just start feeling like being really baller that day and throwing a sub down. Bottom line is to get the Twitch stream going. Figure out what I'm going to do from here. Have fun doing it, trying stuff. Do animation exercises sometimes, do drawing exercises. I'm doing the cube chain right now. I'm taking a deviation from the figure drawing to do a cube chain. You guys can keep drawing the figures. But I really want to do this cube chain exercise right now. This is a cube chain exercise I got from YouTube. It's a really fun, this is like a really fun, accessible way to improve your spatial awareness and also to just draw a shitload of cubes in a way that's kind of fun. It lends itself to making a nice little page in your sketchbook. You'll also start to become more aware when like stuff in the course of doing this, like when the cubes look off and how to fix them. So I'm trying to take care to do that now. Like you kind of have to do a bunch of cubes and then you start like your cube brain starts kicking in. You're like, oh, that's not a cube, it's a rectangle. I gotta add more to that part of the cube. There, that angle looks off. Your cubal awareness is what you want to increase by doing like these primitive shapes over and over again. Eventually you start like, that looks a little like a fucked cube. How do I fix that? It's all about tickling the parts of your brain that detect three-dimensionality. And not being satisfied to just leave something as is on your page. You want to take the time to fix it a lot of times. Alright, so I will try, let's see here. Let's do another cube. Editor here. How do I want to angle this? Let's do a strange one like right here. No, that doesn't look right at all. I don't like that. Like this. This is like a very flat facing side, so that cube is going to be like... Oh, there's a hand. For anyone who wants to draw a hand. I'll throw a hand in here. Why not? Keep it really gestural. Like so. Just a little gestural hand there. Throw like a little bit of arm gesture back there. And we're near that time, so I'm noticing like the errors I made and like maybe spacing out that pinky. It's a little bit funky. Should be more like this. Should make it more apparent that that hand is tilted forward. Maybe bring the thumb down. The angle of the fingers also needs to be adjusted a bit. But that's the thing, like you can throw down something incorrect, and then once you throw down something that's incorrect, you can see where you messed up and then try to fix it. Like this fucking cube right here, now that I see how fucked it is. I'll come back to that. Anyway, I want to do some more figures. Alright, so let's try this guy. I'm gonna try like, maybe I could draw like this. I do kind of like where this is going. A little bit. Do that to kind of lay down things, and then let's see. Take that initial gesture and then do like a secondary gesture with like a thinner line on top of it. See how that goes. Nice and loose and simple, not overcomplicated. Nice and relaxed. trying to export something. So. Let's see if I can get it over there. And that. All right, that's there. Maybe like this, and then I can scoot this around whatever I need to do. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. A little bit of self-advertising of other studies I've done. Probably do some more motion studies kind of in this vein in the future. Let's see, let's like get that out of the way there. The motion understander has logged on. Mr. Hex says, 2 days ago I had a really bad drawing day where I felt like improvement was possible. I know it meant nothing, but I still don't like bad drawing day. Yeah, well, I mean, everyone has those. Welcome to the club. Sorry. The trick is to not give up just because you had a bad drawing day, and you gotta keep going. But you can also like self-evaluate, like, why am I hitting a wall? Like, what can I do that would like unlock something for me? Like when you do feel like you're hitting a wall, like first off, like don't give up, stick with it. Because inherently, like a lot of stuff you're doing is like things that you're going to need mileage at in order to get better at. But also like try evaluating why you're hitting a wall, because you might need to rethink your approach to or try something fresh that can open your eyes. This feels like a very lazy gesture drawing. Kind of get a little tangled up in here. This is not an easy pose by any means. Like, it's a very unusual pose. And this is kind of insulting almost. let me change that pose. Alright, that's a little better. Insulting because it was just a butt shot. And like not much else going on. It felt like the randomizer was trying to pick on us. After throwing that last really tricky pose in there. "47 minutes, close to an hour, close to our first hour. We could go for another hour." How you guys doing? Are you drawing? Anybody drawing? I forget if I have a Discord bot. Let me try that real quick. Yeah, I do. Okay, that's with Stream Elements. Does that link still work? It does. Lovely. Yeah, because I haven't updated Stream Elements in forever, but I'm glad to see that that works. As much as I would like to put my PNG tube on screen and stuff like that, well, I might do that in the future a little bit. Like for most of these drawing sessions, I will probably leave my avatar off, because then we can do minimal distractions while studying for these streams. Yeah, good, you're studying. Anybody else? Anybody else drawing? So I think we got somewhere 13 viewers very briefly, but now we're back down to 8. Don't know about this guy. This is a challenging pose, but I'm gonna start doing drawovers, because I have a hard time wrapping my head around some of these poses, so it's good to do a drawover every now and then to analyze. And I will mix it up doing drawovers and copy studies, because I want to analyze and understand what it is I'm looking at right here. There's some very interesting funky things happening with how his abs are flattening out there. Understand the concept of love. So I'm going to try to understand this pose by doing a draw of it. I'm thinking about the planes of it. I'm thinking about the anatomy insertions and the kind of the abstract dummy and the gesture of this as I'm doing a draw over of it. Drawovers low-key are, I mean, you do want to be able to invent on your own and build figures on your own too, but drawovers are really helpful for when it's not quite clicking, you know, for being able to freehand it. Because then you internalize it, and then a good idea for practicing for drawovers is to do a drawover of it, then try to replicate some of what you did in the drawover, and then check it against the drawover and of the original reference to see what you got right and what you got wrong. And then try to fix those errors. that is something that I will deploy on this stream in the future. But today it's kind of a free-for-all. Yeah, bad drawing days do suck, but they are an inevitability. We have our good days and our bad days. This is true of any manual skill. It's true of any task. Of anything we do in life. We're going to have days where we feel good and days where we don't feel so good. Everyone's got a bit different idiosyncrasies. Some people might be struggling with mental health or other stressors that are kind of messing them up. So we all have our good days and our bad days. I think I'm going to go on a roll of these draw-over studies because these are definitely helping. So, get Mr. Muscle here. Some of those motion studies examples that I've got on screen. Well, I'm also playing this because this is also inspiration for me to remind me how to study stuff. Let me pull that back on screen a little bit here and move Mr. Muscle to the left here. So, yeah, this guy's a really interesting pose. Another thing you can do too is if you do a draw over somebody or something, you can try doing animation poses and like create additional keyframes of the pose using the original drawing that you did the draw over of as the reference keyframe. I mean, you can also do that with this because these are all motion studies right here. So these already have like additional frames for you to use, but very interesting. Look at how like fucking vascular his forearms are right there. It's pretty wild. I can't unsee it now, but his face looks like a man with a mustache. You see it? His chest looks like a man with a mustache, with the nipples as the eyes. It looks kind of like the Pringles can guy, a little bit. Cool thing about drawovers is there's like, you can study anything on them. You can poke in anatomical landmarks. You can use drawing mannequinization. I'm not gonna have those. That looks stupid. If I do that, it just looks like he's doing a cartoon face, like blinks. I think I'll leave that as is. Ooh. Alright, so there's this lady here. Let's have some fun with her. Mostly working on animations, I haven't felt like, yeah. Time to do regular pieces. I would say like work on your fundamentals a lot. Work on your fundamentals and your figure drawing a lot too, because that's going to help your animation a ton. When I say fundamentals, I mean volumes, boxes, cones, cylinders, spheres, pyramids, etc. Perspective, freehand perspective, lines overlap. There's two main books I recommend for fundamentals. Peter Hahn's Dynamic Bible, which is a guide for this technique called dynamic sketching, which is a volumetric technique, volumetric perspective-based technique for drawing pretty much anything, drawing, sketching, and understanding and designing pretty much anything. The other book I recommend is Scott Robertson's How to Draw. It's a very technical book, but it's like very similar to a lot of the stuff that Peter Hahn talks about. Those are two essential books for fundamentals. Don't sleep on the fundamentals. Like an advanced artist is somebody who's really, really good at applying the fundamentals over and over again in an advanced way. Yeah, I would also fit in some fundamentals practice, like cubes, boxes, planes, cylinders, cones, volumes, 3D volumes, perspective. Don't sleep on perspective. Try to use perspective a lot wherever you can. Like throw perspective grids behind stuff. Create linear perspective grids. Even on like something like this, try to imagine like where the eye line is, or something like that. Alright, so for this guy, we're seeing some heavy foreshortening on that thigh there. Right there. Some interesting muscle insertion stuff happening underneath the leg there that I kind of like. And anatomy's kind of following like the gestural flow here, which is cool. See, when you sit down and you dissect the pose, it's a lot easier to just like dig in and like the stuff that you notice that you can't quite replicate when you're doing a drawing study of something, you can dig in and dissect and internalize, get into your bloodstream, and then you can replicate it easier when you start freehanding again. This is how you touch base with stuff. Like there's this very clear plane of the foot. I will internalize this stuff like things like that very clear plane of that foot when I'm doing freehand. It's cool too because like I can like find out where my eye is lying to me when I'm looking at this by doing these kind of analysis. That reminds me, I have to give a Google link to one of my students. Oh, so yeah, someone asked about Scott Robertson How to Draw. Oh man, I'm gonna have to update that stream alert because I don't do a Patreon anymore. Let's actually update that stream alert. Oh yeah, the Robertson's book is great. I actually may be using that on stream. I actually had over $1,000 of my art book stolen recently, so I'm slowly trying to replace them. I do have PDF copies of a lot of the books on my hard drive, but I'm trying to get like physical copies of the Scott Robertson one is one of the many books that was stolen. So I'm going to get that replaced. Michael Hampton is another book that I need to get replaced. I'm actually got Michael Hampton is next on the horizon, but I think I want to get like Peter Hahn book and the Scott Robertson book. Yeah. And if you want to help me buy those art books back, you can sub to the stream. But yeah, the reason I found out that they had been stolen, they were stolen from my garage. Like I had them packed away, because I wasn't using them. But I just started like wanting to unpack them, to set up my library again, and I found out a bunch of them were stolen. Like over $1,000 of them. Some thieves must have done a snatch and grab from the garage when the garage door was open. But yeah, one nice person actually bought me about 5 books. And a couple other people donated some money to help me out with that. And also, I've got tutoring students who have been tutoring in art and animation, and I've been continually buying more books recently to replace the ones that were lost, and also get some new ones, the new essential ones in my collection, which I am like studying. I have traditional sketchbooks set up everywhere in my house, and just about anywhere I sit down, there's always a traditional sketchbook within reach, with drawing study reference art books right next to it. So I have no excuse. Anytime I sit down, I flip open a page of something like George Bridgman or something like that, and do some studies, or some Tom Foxtrot's, or whatever else. There we go. Subscriber number 2. Thank you very much, Zenderman, aka Mr. Hext. Zenderman, aka Mr. Hex, is someone who's a longtime member of my Discord community, who has been steadily self-teaching animation for a while, and there's a lot of personality in your animation, but I think you need to work on your fundamentals in your figure drawing. That's the main thing that's holding you back. But like the personality of your animation, and like the snappy timing and the comedic, the understanding like comedy and stuff like that stuff is developing pretty nicely, I think, in your animation that I've seen. So you're only helped by doubling down on practicing your fundamentals and your figure drawing in ways that are helpful for you as an animator. That's the other thing. Like you want to practice them in ways that are helpful helpful and useful for you as an animator. Yeah, I lost all my Mike Battisti Force books except one of them. I think I have one of them. No, I think I lost all of them. But yeah, I have one. I have like an earlier edition of it. I had a more recent one, but that was one of the ones. The info in the older edition one is still good, but I want to get the newer one at some point. And I lost the anatomy one I had. I lost the character design one I had. Yeah, 2 subs. 2 subs so far. Yeah. Remember, there's a discount off on Gifties this month. Also, help people no longer see the ads. And I don't know if I think. Are there ads playing when people join the stream? Because that's annoying. I think it universally might play ads. I haven't like auto-played an ad break, but I think like the way I can do these sessions is I can time them for 25 minutes and then like do an ad break after 25 minutes of figure poses, while people are like getting water break and stuff. Like that would be a good format to do if I'm gonna run ads here. Because I hate it when you're like in the middle of the stream, you're talking to the streamer, and like the streamer's responding to you, and then suddenly, boom, ad break, ad break out of nowhere. You can't see anything the streamers say. Hate that. Yeah, there are ads. Yeah, well, there won't be for you now. How often do you have the ads auto-played at any point, like interrupting my stream, or was it just when you came in here? The delay might remove the context. So I should start specifying. What do you mean? Don't know how long of a delay we have. I'm gonna take a look here. I do see the screen playing over here. It's like a delay of like a good 15 seconds, I think. I'll try to see if there's a way for me to shorten the delay. I don't remember the delay this being this severe last time I streamed on Twitch. Was a 15-30 second delay, so the subject might change mid-sentence. Okay. Yeah. Let me see here. How short can you... Let's see. Get that for here. Can you get on Twitch? How short of a delay can you get on Twitch? You can achieve a delay as short as 1 to 2 seconds on Twitch by enabling low latency mode under optimal network conditions. Navigate to your Twitch creator dashboard, open the settings menu on screen until it relates to the low latency. Yeah, let me try that here. Latency. Let's see here. It's under settings, stream, latency, settings, stream. Where is the low latency? Latency mode settings. Okay. Where? There it is. The latency. Okay, I set it to low latency. I don't know if it's going to change the delay now. Save change. It's going to. All right, here, let me try this. I'm going to stop streaming and I'm going to restart. So let's try that.